framework in place, we will give assent. There is no problem. When we go to section 54A3, you're seeking authentication for such purpose as the central government in consultation with the authority and in the interests of the state. This is a very scary clause. So it's giving you carte blanche to do anything. Anything the central government thinks that is in the interest of the state, they can speak to the Adhaar authority and decide. This is carte blanche. Adhaar, when was set out, was meant to provide for services to the poor. It was never meant to get data. The idea of Adhaar was not to be acquisitive. The idea of Adhaar was a means to give services to the poor distributed via the Consolidated Fund of India. That is also extremely important, to give subsidy and other things to the Consolidated Fund of India. What has Adhaar become now? Adhaar has become a way to get information for private entities, my bank who is contracted to me, my telecom provider who has no business getting my biometric information. All these private agencies are today using this as a means to get data. It is no longer its original idea, which was for the poor to get subsidies. It is completely turned on its head. The Sri Krishna Commission report, Justice Sri Krishna had recommended that the Adhaar authority should be autonomous with no government interference. This clause 54A3 completely flies in the face of that recommendation, because it says that the central government, in the consultation with the authority, in the interest of the state, can do anything. We come to section 7. The Supreme Court judgment had said that Adhaar must be used to providing services to the Consolidated Fund of India, and section 57, which was any contract, any body corporate, basically anything private, was struck down. They said for any other purpose, we will strike it down. Section 57 as a whole was struck down. This particular bill, it seems to me, is a completely, it's not even hiding the fact. It's absolutely open in its objective, which is to bypass this particular striking down of section 57 and to allow private entities, telecom providers, banks to get access to our biometric information. The bank account is not coming from the Consolidated Fund of India. Telecom providers have nothing to do with the Telecom of India. And you're amending the PMLA. What is the PMLA? The Prevention of Money Laundering Act means that when you have a problem, if you have been flagged as somebody who is of interest, you may be a money launderer, you may have an account in the Cayman Islands, the PMLA can be used. In this case, every law-abiding citizen is assumed to be a money launderer. Sir, this is reverse onus. This flies in the face of any proportionality of anything of law. That you are assumed to be a money launderer, hence all of us who are law-abiding citizens must give our biometric data. Let us be flagged. If I have 6 Swiss accounts and I am flagged and you want my data, by all means, you have a right to do it. But you cannot expect law-abiding citizens to give up data. You're changing the very substratum of the judgment. You're changing the very substratum of the concept of privacy in our Constitution. When we go to 7.8a, when you go to section 7.8a, and it says here, every offline verification of an Adhaar number shall inform the individual undergoing offline verification. In the case of a child, his parent, guardian, must be written, must be shared, must be given in writing. Sir, we are dealing with a country where the majority of people are poor. Majority of people are not informed. People get a geo card, they give up their Adhaar number because it is giving them free data. They have no idea what they're even giving up. In this case, which private entity is going to give it in writing, and which person receiving it is going to understand what they're getting, sir? The government is meant to look out for the interests of the poor. The government is not there to help private agencies get information from them. 2 minutes, sir. Now, the most important thing here is the majority Supreme Court judgment said in section 12 that a secretary should be associated with a judicial officer in the interest of national security. They use the term preferably, but in the bill, you have deleted it. My personal biometric information is being disclosed in the interest of national security. Obviously, extra measures should be taken. When the Supreme Court has said that a judicial officer should be there, why have you deleted that clause? Number 16, again very scary, clause number 16. You're introducing an entirely new concept, which is that offline verification seeking entity, you're creating an alternative identity. Why should I give an alternative identity in the hands of private individuals? This is interfering with my relationship of contract with my bank. You're forcing me to give my biometrics by law to a bank or to a telecom agency.